What are the challenges that young people face when figuring out their career paths, and how do they tackle them?
Fantastic. Problems what you are facing in your day-to-day life can become an opportunity. We have learned to use the resources, but we have never learned to convert it back to the resources.
Yes. What are the challenges that young people face when figuring out their career paths, and how do they tackle them?
Fantastic. One very important thing which I would like to share with you, all the young generation. See, we have all through our life in the schools and the colleges, we have learned to listen only. Teachers will teach, we are listening. And very few of them keep questioning why it is like that, what is that. I think that is very, very important that the students have to develop the habit of questioning and learning the outcome by scientific methods. Okay, so asking question is not very easy. Even if I give you an answer and ask you to frame a question for that answer, is not so easy. It will be having its own difficulties. So
Right.
one thing is we should develop a very good scientific temper. We should question everything. We should learn the fundamentals. We should not simply try to by heart certain formulas and try to solve the problem. We should learn from the basic mathematics, science, such a level that we should understand the consequences of any changes in the whatever experiments or whatever we learn. So the responsibility lies with not only students, even with teachers, to encourage students to ask questions. So it is like, both the teacher and students have to work together to make this knowledge come at a grassroots level. And people have to develop that habit. And definitely if they go in that sort of an environment, I'm sure they will do a lot of contribution. And our ancestors, I used to tell one of this example. The ancestors have done such a wonderful things, like Shankaracharya, Aryabhatta, or whatsoever, whoever it is, they are Ramanujam, CV Raman. So many people have got Nobel Prize as well, and they have done such a good contribution. Is because not just because of getting a bookish knowledge, it is by questioning, it is by thinking out of the box and thinking something different. So questioning is one part, and thinking out of the box is another part. And if you see, there is another area, like not only questioning and research, but we also have to see what others have done, whether we have understood what they have done, whether that is correct or not. You see, we should be able to judge. That judgment level we have to come. So if we have to come to judgment level, we should develop good knowledge. So all these things, if it happens, I'm sure we are going to go a long way, and in a better way, from others, whatever they have.
Similar to what we do in research related to literature review. So we look at the research that has already been done and what else we can do better in those research. So yes, so unless and until you don't
I
think
would like to add one more point here. Another important point, like problems what you are facing in your day-to-day life can become an opportunity. Okay,
absolutely.
so this is what I think people are not really thinking in that direction, and this is what I keep telling everywhere. See, I will say one problem. For simple example, I have a garbage in my home where I have collected all the waste materials, and I have put wet waste and dry waste, everything I have put in the respective garbage boxes. Now this garbage box is collected by the garbage collector, and then it goes to some filling area where it is dumped, and some wet waste is converted into probably manure and reused for growing crops. But suppose I make a product. After the use of the product, it becomes a garbage, isn't it? So is there a way to bring back the product what I made into basic elements or compounds what I used to make the product? Is there a way? I think that is what is required today.
Absolutely.
So if I used certain materials for making a plastic cover, and that has become a menace today, and is there a way to use that or make a process by which I bring it back to elementary level for raw material what I use for making cover, I'll bring it back to the raw material form, and reuse.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you one simple example. We have
Yeah.
learned to use the resources, but we have never learned to convert it back to the resources.
Yes.
See, we make
So
hundreds of components. You take, for simple example, our my laptop, what is sitting with me. It is using gold, silver, copper, many of the materials. Okay, so but once this laptop life is over, I just throw it in the dustbin and it goes as an electronic waste. I'm not sure really the gold is extracted back, silver is extracted back, copper, aluminium. There are so many other materials used. Plastic is used. So many fiber. So many things are used. Whether I convert it back to the raw material, which can go as a raw material for next manufacture. I
yes.
think government should encourage a company who are manufacturing products to get back the product, used product, and convert it back to raw material and reuse. I think that is where
Yes.
we can conserve the resources. So this area of research, this is a problem. I think
Yes.
one college in each, one college in each district, if they give out one solution, I think we will be doing a very great contribution to the environment.
Absolutely. So our education system has taught us like what we need to do, but why and how it has not been taught. So that is what it is required.
Yes. Yes.
Sir, it was really an insightful conversation, and thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you for giving so much insights about space research and also motivating our students and whoever watching our podcast to join ISRO and serve our country. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Nita. And I also felt very nice to talk with you and give out the best of my knowledge, what I could share with you. And I wish that our younger generation will do much more than what we have done. And we would like to see the human civilization exists forever.